We talk about scammers a bit on this show. It's so unfair. We live in this world now where you can't trust anything or anyone, even when you are in this day and age. If someone you know calls you, you've got to look and go, but is that actually them now? Everyone's going to need ID. But imagine being conned out of your life savings by a man that was pretending to be Dr. Chris Brown, because this has happened to British woman Lisa Knock, who believed for 2 years that she was in a relationship with our mate and the Bondi vet himself, Dr. Chris Brown. Lisa, thanks for coming on the show.
You're welcome.
Now, Lisa, can you talk us through how this started? You were contacted by somebody you believed to be Dr. Chris Brown?
What happened was, out of the blue, I was browsing through the Instagram. I was a fan of Bondi Vet, but not really a big fan of it. And I sent a message on the wall saying, "Keep up the good work. Those animals need you." And then all of a sudden, out the blue, from the same profile with the blue tick beside it, it came back. He said, "How long have you been a fan?" Not very long. He says, "Where are you?" So says, "I'm in the UK." It all started perfectly innocent. He took me over to WhatsApp on a +86 number, and I'm thinking to myself, that's not Australia. A text message come up and he said, "Honey, I need your assistance. I need $12,000 to get me out of hospital," because he was in Africa at the time. He went to check on a few animals over there. He said he was stuck in Africa and he wanted me to sponsor him every week. I says, "I don't get much of an income. I could sponsor you about £20 Great British pounds, but that's it." And I had to carry on doing that till December of 2022. And then April came and he was supposed to come the November 2022 over here for a meet and greet, but then he cancelled it. And apparently I had to pay $2,000 for a meet and greet. And now I'm thinking to myself, why should I have to pay someone who wants to meet me, who's asked me to marry him, which he did? Why can't he just come with his own heart? And I was a bit sceptical about this. And eventually I paid £400 a month until we got to 2,000. Jesus. And then he said he'd embark his journey to the UK. He never came.
Lisa, firstly, you're so brave to share this story, and I think it's really important because this can happen to anyone. And I think that's even listening to you, I wanted to ask, at some point you've given so much, and these are your life savings. You can't afford to be handing this money over. But it sounds like there were some red flags popping up. But I'm imagining once you're invested, you almost want to have it proved right. So when he was asking you to marry him, then but still asking for appearance fees, was that when it was really you were realising this was a scam, this wasn't him?
Not at that point. I was very naive. I didn't know what a scam was, or I was very didn't know what to look out for, didn't know any signs of scamming or anything like that.
Lisa, now Chris Brown, when he was in Africa and he asked for $12,000 to get him out of hospital, did you not think, how do you not have money? Like how...
Or is there not someone else he'd
someone
call first?
else, yeah, like someone else that he could talk to. And did you ever Google how much money he earns, how much he's worth?
He said his bank was frozen, but there were questions were going around in my head saying, didn't you take out travel insurance or some kind of health or medical insurance? Because really, if you went abroad and something happened to you, you would take out some kind of
He's a doctor.
Insurance. Yeah.
And Lisa, when was the conclusion? At what point did you call it and go, no, this is a scam? And did you confront the scammer?
No, to be honest, I still don't know to this present day who the scammer actually was. Could be anyone, anywhere in the world, I'd love to find out. No, I'm not angry, but I would like some answers.
Closure.
I think the only person who's probably be angry at me is Dr. Chris himself.
Have you contacted him at all? Like since
I've got no method of contact for him. I wish I could, just to or send a little video over just to say hi, and I know I realise it wasn't him now. Keep doing the good work to the animals, because I do a lot of work with animals myself, being
Yeah.
autistic. And, you know, I do what I can. And one of the things that is said during the conversation, he was going to invest in building his own veterinary hospital and making my dream come true and helping, you know, all the animals that need sickness and that.
Good on you.
Look, Lisa, it is heartbreaking because you're a genuine, lovely, loving woman who was taken advantage of, and I think a lot of people hear these stories. And again, you're so brave for sharing this because it's important to do that. This happens to everybody. We a few weeks ago were speaking to a psychologist who got scammed. This can happen to anybody, and thank you for sharing your story. I love your attitude.
Yeah,
you know,
well done, Lise.
let it go. No point harbouring resentment, but it's not fair. And, you know, we're so sorry that happened to you.
It feels like I've been groomed. I feel like I've been used.
Of course.
I don't think I could have another relationship again. I don't think I could trust anyone again. I don't even trust my family.
Oh, Lisa, that is so sad. We, again, thank you for sharing this and you know, hold faith in the fact that just sharing this will have hopefully saved someone else from going down the same path. So thank you for